Intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody.
I'm waiting for the numbers there. I'm starting to see some numbers. Good morning. Is everybody easing in?
Hello, lovely people. Hello.
We are just going to start off right off the bat by telling you a little factoid that we just learned about our good friends at Chamonix. So Genucel, as you know, is the line in Chamonix, which is based on their amazing plant stem cell technology. We call it fluff butter. Mm-hmm. So that is how we refer to it.
That's the technical term, right?
Right. I mean, and we're talking specifically about their XV cream, which is your favorite.
Yeah.
Like the anti-wrinkle, like just fluff butter amazingness.
So luxurious. Look at me touch my face.
Because you can't stop. You can't stop touching it.
You want it, you guys, if you could feel it, you could feel how soft it is. So soft and silky.
Yeah. Well, here is a little tidbit of information that we just learned about it. It was whipped up, that fluff butter, by a local pharmacist in New Jersey for just one of his customers. And then that started this itty bitty local company in New Jersey. And then it just took off like gangbusters, because when people try it for the first time, they don't stop. Like they're like, oh, I want this over and over again, and I won't use anything else.
Yeah. They're like, I'm going to need my fluff butter fix. That's what I'm going to need.
Doc. It's like a fluff butter fix.
It's the fluff butter fix.
And the XV cream comes in the most popular products package. Man, I'm having some trouble today.
It's early.
But anyway, so that's one of the packages. They also have a spa package, which is one of my favorites. And it's 50% off of all of their packages if you go to lovegenucel, GENUCEL.com/chicks. So I'm just saying.
You should do
it. Now you know their little backstory. And so that makes it even more interesting.
Good backstory.
I have lots of videos to show you because Biden, was he in Scranton? I forget where he was.
Yeah,
it's not even important. Was it Scranton?
Yeah.
Okay. So he told the same story about Amtrak that he's lied about 4 times previously and that has already been debunked. He keeps telling the story because
no one tells him. No one tells him, stop doing that. Stop.
I just don't understand. So he's getting very antsy because you've probably seen all the polling. His polling is just tanking by the day. And he's getting very frustrated. You can tell by the fact that we peasants just don't understand how great the Build Back Better plan is. And so the reason that we don't understand it is because we keep putting a price tag on it. We keep addressing the fact that it does cost
more than $0.
Right. I think you mean this.
Oh, I'm sorry, $0. That's right. Zero. Like a Nancy Pelosi is $0.
Right.
That's right.
So I've got a clip of him from that speech yesterday insisting really, that this isn't going to add to the deficit, and that the reason it's not going to add to the deficit, you guys, is because they're paying for it. Don't you understand that things are free when you pay for them?
Sure.
Okay, here he is.
Most of the Build Back Better bill in terms of adding to the deficit is zero. Because we're going to pay for it all. In addition to that, half of it is a tax cut. It's not spending money, it's a tax cut for working class people.
He's going to whisper.
It's about time, as I said, and I come from the corporate state of the world.
Oh, really? Do you?
Not a joke. More corporations are registered in my state than every other state in the United States combined. And I represented the state of DuPont, as they used to call it, for 36 years. I'm not anti-business.
Oh.
But I'm about just pay your fair share.
Oh my God. Enough with it.
Under this proposal, I'll end. Under these proposals I'm talking about, I guarantee you that no one making under $400,000 a year will see one single penny in tax go up.
Right.
Not one.
Except for inflation.
In fact, the plan
Right.
cuts taxes for
Except
working
for the
people.
$2,000 a year, we're already spending more on crap. Yeah. I'm not anti-business. I just don't know jack squat about them.
I mean,
Don't
and
know it.
he's frustrated that people aren't believing it. And that is amazing to me that they still have not figured out, despite the poll numbers going down and down and down and down and down. They're still not getting it, that we are onto them.
Yeah.
And no one likes what they're
because
doing.
we are smarter than them. That's what is so frustrating for them. So frustrating.
Oh my God.
It costs $0 because we will pay for it. What the hell kind of logic is that?
Did you know too that my house, also my mortgage is free because
Oh.
I pay for it every month. So it doesn't cost
So it's
anything.
free? That's great. Call the mortgage company and tell them that. I dare you. We should get on the phone and like see what they say. We should do it in our podcast. Call the mortgage company and be like, so it's free because President Biden told me that it's paid for because I paid for it. It's $0 because I paid for it.
Doesn't that make all the sense in the world? I get it. I get it.
It's Democrat logic. Oh my God.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you something that you're going to love because Senator John Kennedy was on with Hannity and he's so freaking funny.
But I know I love him.
I love him so much. So he has some advice for the president. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Respect, with all the respect I can muster. But my advice to the president is this. Mr. President, you've just got to try harder not to suck. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is stop worrying so much about the wokers. You're never going to make them happy. They hyperventilate on their yoga mats at the slightest provocation. You're never going to make them happy. Stop worrying about the wokers.
Yes.
And start worrying about America's workers. And I'm talking about the people who get up every day and go to work and obey the law and pay their taxes and try to do the right thing by their kids.
I love it. So, less wokers, more workers. I like that.
Oh my God. When he said that, it was my advice to you is try harder not to suck.
Try harder. Just try harder not to suck.
Oh my God. That was the greatest thing ever.
Good advice. I mean, you got to admit, it's good, solid advice.
It was solid, man.
Yeah.
Solid. Oh my God, I love him. I love him so much. Also, big news, Trump has started his own, well, it's a media company, not just a social media company, but a media company.
Did I not call this? Did I not?
It's not even that you called it as much as it is that you were like, please do this. Here's what you need to do.
Right. I mean, oh my God, we talked about this on the radio years ago. I was like, he needs to do this. He's going to do this. And then when he didn't win, I was like, oh my God, this is so what he's going to do. And he's doing it.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
Now they're talking about like there is going to be a social media component to this. This is going to be Truth Social is what it's going to be called. And they're talking about doing like a test or a beta sometime in November, but that it would roll out sometime in the first quarter of next year.
I love it.
And so it's called the Trump Media and Technology Group. And I think it was a merger between that and Digital World Acquisitions Group or Corp, or it was like a SPAC or one of those arrangements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that has happened. A national rollout expected in the first quarter of 2022. Along with social media, they're going to have a subscription video on demand service that's going to be called TMTG Plus. That's going to feature non-woke entertainment programming, news, podcasts, and more.
Huh. Interesting. That is so
very interesting.
So very interesting. I love all of this. I think it's fantastic.
And I love it even more if it means that this will be his focus and that he will use that new platform to promote Governor Ron DeSantis.
Yeah. And just anybody and everybody who is conservative, I think is going to be great. Because, there are some that have fizzled in the past. I think this one will actually take off.
I hope so. Because there's been, I was worried, like when he did his whole, what is it, from the desk of, and it was so lame. And I was like, this is terrible. And then his guy, like one of his main guys, I forget the name of him, but whoever is the guy that started Getter, that's an okay platform, but it's not, it doesn't have the power that the others do. And so this, if he does this right, it could be exactly what the world needs.
Yeah, I think so. And the way that it will succeed is by having people. That's what will make it succeed. If people go in droves and they go over there and they use it, that's the key. And I think that people will do that with this. That's all it is. Put good stuff out there. You have to have content. It's content and people. The key. And then I think people will get out there and they'll use this. So, maybe we'll start putting content out there.
Yeah, maybe he would invite us to be part of the programming.
If he doesn't, that's really dumb, for real. Just saying.
Also, big news is that there were suspected remains of Brian Laundrie have been uncovered in the swampy swamp place, along with his backpack and like a notebook that apparently he had preserved in plastic pretty well. So I know the FBI is like combing through all that information, and the coroners or whatever figuring out, is it actually him? And it's weird, right? Because I saw some people saying the parents are the ones that said, hey, go look here again, people. And then they did, and then they found stuff, which was odd. But then other people are saying, no. It's that they found him, and then they brought the parents there to identify him. So conflicting stories I've heard about how that all came to be.
Right.
But in any case, they do suspect at this point that it is him. And how he died, I don't know yet.
Probably like suicide is what people are thinking.
I don't know if he like unalived himself or
unalived himself.
He could have unalived himself, or he could have been like eaten by creatures.
Okay. All right. Because it's a pretty rough area.
Yeah. And he's been underwater for some time.
Oh, God.
So it could be difficult to figure out cause of death exactly, depending on how long he's been under there and how many creatures have helped themselves.
Oh my God. All right.
Yeah. Autumn, thank you. She says, in lieu of political posts, here's a word jumble for you. FCJBDUKOENI. I see what you did there. You.
We do. We do. Yeah.
Also, thank you, Melissa. Melissa says, on vacation in the Smoky Mountains, starting my day with smiles because of the chicks. The world is a better place because you both were born into it.
Oh my God, that is so sweet. And the Smoky Mountains are the best. They're
so pretty.
Beautiful area. Well, listen, so back to the laundry thing. I suspect that there will probably, give it 2-3 months, there will be a Lifetime movie about it.
Yeah. Well, and does this end the investigation into who killed Gabby Petito, or does it not? Like, how does that work?
No, because they'll still want to figure out, because there are people who have answers to this, right? I mean,
and maybe it's all in his little notebook.
Right. And I'm sure he talked to somebody.
Yeah.
Don't you think? He talked to somebody.
I think they did. You have show and tell.
Oh my God, you guys, I have a pillow. Look at this pillow. Look at the pillow. The My Pillow pillow. It's a travel pillow. Is that not the cutest thing? Look at that.
So cute.
It kind of matches my glasses too, but I got it from my daughter. I got 2 of them. I need to fluff it up because I just put it in the pillowcase and just showed it to you guys this morning because I got home late last night and got it late last night. But I got 2 travel pillows to put in each of our cars for my daughter because
they're the perfect size.
They are the perfect size for the car because she's constantly wanting to take naps, like because we have early morning practices all the time with her, and then we travel a lot for swim. And so I got they're so precious. I highly recommend you get some travel pillows for your car if you are traveling a lot in your car.
Well, and you get a big fat discount on them if you go to our own landing page mypillow.com/chicks. You get the discounts on all the things, especially the sheets, because right now there's a buy one, get one offer on the Giza Dream Sheets. So you should definitely take advantage. You can always call too, 800-875-0513. But why would you call when you can go to our own landing page?
Right. It's our page.
It's our very own.
It's our drawer in the bedroom, or our drawer like next to the utensils in the kitchen. It's our drawer.
All right, I've got a couple other things to show you. Namely, Condi Rice was on The View yesterday, and it was amazeballs. There's a couple different things that I want to share with you. The first is she let these biatches know what's what when it comes to critical race theory. This was brilliant. Take a listen.
The whole issue of critical race theory and what is and is not being taught. I come out of an academic institution, and this is something that academics debate. What is the role of race and so forth? And let me be very clear. I grew up in segregated Birmingham, Alabama. I couldn't go to a movie theater or to a restaurant with my parents. I went to segregated schools till we moved to Denver. My parents never thought I was going to grow up in a world without prejudice, but they also told me that's somebody else's problem, not yours. You're going to overcome it, and you are going to be anything you want to be. And that's the message that I think we ought to be sending to kids. One of the worries that I have about the way that we're talking about race is that it either seems so big that somehow white people now have to feel guilty for everything that happened in the past. I don't think that's very productive. Or Black people have to feel disempowered by race. I would like Black kids to be completely empowered, to know that they are beautiful in their Blackness. But in order to do that, I don't have to make white kids feel bad for being white. So somehow this is a conversation that has gone in the wrong direction.
Wasn't that awesome?
Right. And she went on, and because they fought her, like,
yeah, they did.
Sonny fought her on that. Whoopi fought her on that. I mean, they fought her, and she was like, "Oh, hell no, I'm not having it."
Well, I have a little bit of the fight with Sonny, but not about CRT. It's about the January 6th stuff, because Condi is like, can we just freaking move on already? The country is literally falling apart. We got bigger issues to deal with.
Right.
Can we just please move on? And so that is, it is testy. I have it set right at the part. Let me just go ahead.
The problem is that past will become prologue if we don't find out exactly what happened January 6th.
And we will.
So it's not time now.
We will find out.
We must find out before moving on.
We will find out. But I'm going to tell you, I live in California, not Washington, D.C. And the American people do have other concerns that
I love that she's like
about and talking about.
Respect.
She's like,
Well, let me finish now, Sonny, because as I said, I thought this would happen in countries I studied, not countries that I lived in. Our institutions have to be upheld. What happened on January 6th was wrong. I don't know how much more strongly I can say what happened on January 6th was wrong. I also know that as a government and as a country, we've got to be concerned about the things that are making life hard for Americans and hard for American families.
But when you have,
and that's what I'm ready to do.
But when you have 80% of Republicans wanting to see Trump run in 2024,
I'm a political scientist, all right? And unless I could see the questions that were actually in that poll, unless I could see the assumptions that were actually in that poll, I'm not going to take for granted that that poll is correct.
So Quinnipiac, you don't believe it?
Oh, snap!
She's basically like, shut up. Yeah, she did a tremendous job. And like so many times, she just put them in their place, doing it in a way that was gentle, was polite. And I appreciate that, because I am incapable of doing that. You know what I mean? It's just such a wonderful trait. I wish I had that trait. Yeah.
She's so good at it. Yeah, because she was definitely like patting on the head, just calm and like, I can take you, Sonny.
Right.
You may be a lawyer, but I am 10 billion times smarter than you.
So much so. Yeah, so much so.
And Sonny's face, a whole bunch of that time, she was pissed.
Yeah, she was
which
like,
I liked.
I have to be quiet now because she's speaking.
I didn't hear if they ever addressed the whole Meghan thing, like the whole Megan explosive stuff in the tell-all.
I don't know if they have either. I don't think they did with Condi.
No, I'm sure they wouldn't have with Condi, but I'm just curious if they like are gonna say anything or said anything.
I don't know. I'm not sure. That'll be really interesting. I'd love to see that
Yeah,
if they do.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. He said morning chicks, and he sent a couple of chick emojis.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for that. The other thing is that there was like this big Netflix employee walkout strike thing yesterday that happened because everybody's gotten their butt so hurt about Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, they don't like free speech, right? They don't like he's doing comedy, and he says some things about transgenders in his comedy, in his routine, and people don't like free speech anymore. They can't handle it. People are really butthurt, and people like Alyssa Milano are speaking out and saying, they need to shut it down. They need to just shut it down. And I'm just,
what the hell is wrong with people?
Yeah, a lot is wrong with people because they don't revere our Constitution. They don't like free speech. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
It's not hard.
No.
And Netflix brought this on themselves because apparently it is so a part of their culture to be all, come in here, non-binary, furry, trans, we want all y'all. Like we want as many of y'all as possible to work here. Well, this is what you get when you hire and you reach out purposely to activists. They're going to activate.
Yeah, they are gonna activate. So good luck with that. I mean, it's ridiculous. Dave Chappelle he's doing what Dave Chappelle does, and he's popular. People want to see his comedy, and you know what? People are hungry for comedy right now because everything sucks and everything's on fire. And everybody's looking at stuff, and they're like, there hasn't been good comedy for I don't even know how long. Like the last time I saw a decent I can't even remember because everybody's so damn politically correct now that you can't say anything that's funny because it's going to offend everybody, and everybody's in a bucket, and everybody's like, oh, that hurts my feelings. Then don't watch it.
Right.
Because you're a giant wuss, and your parents brought you up to be a giant wuss. So go sit in the corner and go watch Sesame Street. You know what I mean? Because you can't deal. I mean, because we are raising a whole generation, or I'm not, but there are people who are raising kids who are in dorms and they can't have guys come in and change their radiator because they're cisgender, Of course they can't handle Dave Chappelle. For crying out loud, we're raising an entire generation of complete wusses.
Well, and I was glad at first that the CEO of Netflix was like, listen, not everybody's going to like every bit of content, and that's fine. And we're not getting rid of Dave Chappelle. Like, everybody calm down. Words are not going to hurt you. Calm down. And now he's backtracking and saying, maybe I should have used kinder, more gentle language. I mean, he's sticking with his stance. Like, he's still saying there is going to be content that is offensive to you, and that's okay. And just don't watch it. But we're still going to have it. And so he's sticking with that. But I mean, man, with as woke as that company is, I don't know. He may bow to the pressure, in which case, seriously, they deserve all the cancellations of all the subscriptions that they will face as a result.
I mean,
if they want to save these like 6 furry, trans, binary, whatever weirdos that work for them over this, they're making a huge mistake.
Yeah, I mean, so this is making all the news. Meantime, there was a girl who was raped in a bathroom in Loudoun County in a high school, and you barely hear about that story. You barely hear about it. Where's Alyssa Milano talking about that?
Mm-hmm.
She was like a champion for the Me Too movement. Yeah. And like, I haven't heard a peep out of her when it comes to that girl who was raped in a bathroom by a transgender biological boy who identifies as a girl. I haven't heard a peep. Have you heard a peep?
I have not.
Yeah. By the way, have I mentioned that she blocked us on Instagram because I harassed her? Alyssa Milano. I was harassing her about, actually, I wasn't harassing her about this. I was harassing her about, I don't know if it's harassment. I basically just, every time that I mention the border in an Instagram post. I'm like, Alyssa Milano, why haven't you adopted or taken in any of these migrant children? Because you were screeching about, cages.
Yeah, that was a big issue for her.
And you still haven't taken in any of these migrant children, and there are a gajillion of them right now. So why haven't you taken any of them in? I constantly am like, at Melissa Milano. And finally yesterday, she blocked us. So
Oh.
you just can't listen to it anymore. I'm so annoying. So yeah, we've been blocked.
Well, I'm not particularly upset about
Bless her
that.
heart. You know who offends me? Alyssa Milano.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that she was asked inexplicably about the whole Dave Chappelle controversy, and she actually said out loud, I just think it's time that we end hateful speech in this country.
Really?
Well, who gets to call it that? Who gets
Alyssa
to
Milano.
decide?
Alyssa Milano gets to decide that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How you say something like that and don't even realize how un-American it is to say it?
Right.
Just get out. If you do not appreciate the First Amendment, GTFO.
Yeah.
That's what this country is supposed to be about.
I guarantee you she's never read any of our documentation. She's never read the documents, never read them. The Constitution, the Federalist Papers, Declaration of Independence. She's never read any of it. She's never read them.
But she considers herself quite the expert.
Oh, I'm sure. With her, she wears her glasses and puts her hair up in a bun. She's like, I am smart.
So smart now.
I'm the boss. Who's the boss? I'm the boss.
I have talks.
Yay.
And they are good. Let's start out with the Facebook chick that's always like, good morning, Facebook. Because I love her. She has now moved on to hair tutorials.
Oh my God, I love it.
Hey, you guys. A lot of you have asked for a hair tutorial, so I'm going to go ahead and make that video today. I woke up.
There, yes. That's it.
Hey. That is your tutorial for how to have hair.
Super helpful.
Like hers.
super helpful.
Also, this dog is really, really good at checking in.
Park, it's time to check in. Okay, you can keep fishing.
Isn't that the best
Park.
dog?
Oh my God, I love him.
I know. He's just like, hi, I'm fine. Everything's good. Can I go back now?
I'm good. I'm okay.
I love that.
Oh my God, he's so
this guy is obsessed with caffeine.
Someone came up to me and asked, you're a healthy person. How many milligrams of caffeine do you think you have on a daily basis? My answer was simple. It's
Estimation of somewhere between 700 billion and 1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000.
someone came up to me and asked, you're a healthy person.
700 million billion trillion.
I feel I identify with that totally. That's about my caffeine consumption every day.
You know the struggling dad who like gets into the car and he's like, well, that's just freaking great. I had to fold a fitted sheet. You know that guy? He's back.
That's just freaking great. Every time I heat up food in the microwave, the food stays cold, but the plate gets freaking hot.
Oh my God, that's so great.
Why does that happen?
I don't know. And I mean, as you know, I only cook things in the microwave, so I feel his pain. I've used my oven like once.
Okay, so I have a few more, but I'm trying to choose which one I want to save for tomorrow. So I think for today, this is a hide your kids, hide your wife moment because there is so much cussing in this one. But you're going to see a guy who's very, very upset that his family has gotten 2 new kittens. He's very, very upset, but then he immediately softens. And so just watching this transformation is just amazing.
Hi. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, yo.
What?
Yo, I'm not playing.
What?
Shut up. What the fuck is that, yo?
What?
Brittany, what? Oh my god. Oh my god, you shut the. Yo, Brittany, why?
I came home and they were here.
Oh my god. Bye.
one's Bobby. This one's Butch.
Her name Butch and Bobby.
Shut the fuck up. Say, mommy. Where'd you get them from, y'all? Where'd you get them from?
Daisy's passed.
Where'd you get them from? I'm so mad right now. Mommy, I'm so mad right now.
Oh my god, I am your dad.
Yo, what the fuck, yo? Why, Brittany, yo? Why?
This is Bobby, and this is Butch.
This is the girl, this is the boy.
Oh my God, that guy.
So he was so mad. And then he was like, I'm your dad. I love him.
God. That is the greatest. Okay. What is today? Thursday?
Yes. We are just one day away from the magical Friday.
I know. I'm so excited about that. I thought, listen, I don't know. No, nobody's noticed that the balls are gone. You see the balls are gone?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you
do?
I did that for Newsmax. I was afraid that I got rid of the balls. Because I was like, listen, I'm gonna make this room professional.
Good job, you.
I know, right? I made
well done.
Look how professional the room looks now without the balls hanging from the bunk bed.
I had to move from my normal kitchen table spot to like the family room, and it was super dark, and they were so mad. Like beforehand, they were like, "It's really dark." And I was like, I know, I had to move. I'm sorry.
The Newsmax people were mad?
Yeah, he was like, it's so dark in there. And I was like, I know, I had to move. I'm sorry. And he was like, well, I'll.
Glowing though. It looked like there's light just on you. And I was like, God, she has like a professional background. What does she do? I was like, wow, look at her go. And
you could see the TV in the background, and like you could see the dogs running behind the door.
I was so afraid that my dogs were going to start running around. And I mean, they can't really run too much in here, but I was afraid Cash was going to stand up because he was right behind me. And I was so afraid of like this giant head going.
Well, and what I didn't tell the Newsmax person is that the reason I moved is because there was too much unfolded laundry on my kitchen table.
When I get on, I know every time I get on, he's always like, can you center more? Because it's like what he's saying is, because your background is really shitty. You know, it's like, I just want to go, really sorry about all this. Really.
We are professionals.
Right. The chick's on the right, everybody. The chick's on the right. Bring it in. Bring it in, everybody. Everybody bring it in. Oh, Cash is up. He wants to say goodbye to everybody. You can see his tail in the background.
Hi, Cashy Cash.
Cashy, come here and say goodbye to everybody.
Cash.
Say bye-bye. Have a happy Thursday.
Oh, there he is.
I just slobbered on me. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.